3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I am your host, Rich Giordano, and it is February 25th, 2021. How you guys doing? Thursday? This is one of those. Thursday's a weird day. It's like, we're almost to Friday. I still have that feeling in my system for working 40 years of my life and not having worked really a full-time job since the last year because of COVID. It's just weird that I still look at the weekend as a special time of the week. And it is not. It is a regular day. Tomorrow's going to be Friday, feels like Monday. Tuesday's like Sunday. Wednesday's like Thursday. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. But I'm glad you're here. Share a few hours with Goof On. The name is changing. I've got a couple really cool ones in the bank, thanks to Dave Scott and the Cousins brothers. But Dave Scott really came up with couple of good ones. I'm not going to share them, not yet, because when we're ready to do it, you'll have 2 weeks to know about it. So I just want to run it by a few people, And see, if I run it by here, I'm going to get the same answers I did about GoofOn, because nobody wants to tell you the truth. They're afraid they're going to hurt your feelings. They think that I like GoofOn. And I specifically said, I don't like GoofOn. Hate it. Always have, always will. And then I took a survey, and I'm like, all right, well, let's ask what people like. Do you like GoofOn? Hey, at first I wasn't so sure, but now I'm used to it, some people said. Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of funny. Oh, GoofOn. It's like you're goofing. I get it. No, that's not what I wanted. But I went with it. I went with the majority. And that's my fault. So that's why I'm not really putting it out there. Yes, I did ask for some ideas, and a lot of you came through with some really good ones. But it has to be something that feels good, that has a strong, I don't know, like you're going to remember it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to pigeonhole myself into a corner with the word paranormal or UFO or alien. I wanted it to be a universal type of name. And I think we got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got it. There's a couple of them. I got 3 here that I really enjoy. So it is going to change. And I appreciate all your help. But I think we're good now. I think we got the name. So it's going to be great. That's going to happen, when I move. So it's not going to happen anytime soon. So don't worry about it. I'm worried that you guys won't find me, but I don't know why I'm worried about that. You grow a channel and it gets to a certain point and you're like, now I'm going to change the name. Yeah. Well, it'll work out. Have to. How am I going to get invited to a MUFON symposium? We got, is this correct? GoofOn? This can't be right. Do they mean MUFON? Is that a misprint? No, that's this guy right here, Rich Giordano. That's the name of his channel. It's GoofOn. Yeah. What does it mean? I don't know. Greatest UFO network, I think. Yeah, come on up, Mr. Giordano. I mean, come on, man. That's not going to happen. And then when people have to introduce me, coming on the show tonight, we have Rich from GoofOn. What does GoofOn mean? Nobody wants to ask. They're scared to ask. They're scared because they know they don't want me to come out and say goofing on ufology. They're afraid I'm going to say that, I think, because that's what it sounds like. It's really funny. Ufology is a funny place. If you didn't see the title here, we're going to talk about dreams and aliens just for a minute. And what else did I put in there? I don't remember. What else are we doing tonight? Oh, yeah. Do you want the truth? Yeah. Oh, my God. I had a conversation with Dave about this today. Matter of fact, let's start off with that. I'm not doing the roll call because I kind of did before the show started, for those of you who were here. But welcome to the show. I got too much to go over. So I'm really curious. Now, we all want the truth. Am I wrong? You want the truth, right? There's a reason some of you send me your sightings. You're like, can you take a look at this for me? And then when I tell you, as soon as I hit send and the words show up on your side, balloons, airplane, it's a dot, I can't see anything, or I don't think so, it's a bug. I could hear your heart hitting your stomach. I know that's not what you want to hear, but deep down, don't you know that's what I'm going to say? You have to know. The kind of evidence that I'd like to receive or see is the stuff that, quite frankly, Third Phase of Moon puts up on their website. You may not agree with everything, and sometimes they're not easy to debunk. But somebody's going to figure it out. Like I can't go to Spain and figure out if they were having a banner posted up, or go to Dubai or anything like that to investigate. So it's fun to have that stuff posted. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff that could possibly be a mothership or possibly be a meta propulsion craft. It could be something. But when you send the dots, I can't tell you what it is. What am I going to know from a dot? So You know, you want the truth, but I don't, and seriously, some of you have been excellent about handling the truth, but most of you can't. It's very sad. And I'm going to run into that here in a second with you. I want to talk about a couple of people from Dave Scott chat room and Third Phase of Moon chat, because people who were fans of this show decided to unsubscribe because of what I said, of what I read about Nick Pope yesterday. Even Steven with a $4.99 super chat. Goof on number one? Eventually. I mean, we will not be, nobody will ever be Third Phase of Moon big. You know, nobody's ever going to get 100,000 subs, not within the next 5 years, unless you have connections with mainstream media or the tabloids. You know, that's the only way it happens. Or you get a viral video. But number one, maybe number two. Let's go for two. I'll take two. I don't give a shit how many jokes you have with the number two. That's a great place to be if you can't be number one. If that guy's too far ahead of you and you can never reach him, my ego doesn't need to be number one. You know what I mean? When you're Third Phase of Moon and, you know, secure team's gone. You know how that went. The faster you rise, the faster you fall. Thank you, even Steven. $4.99. That's a super generoso super chat. Thank you very much. Number one coming. Maybe. What is this, JP Bassignou? This is an excellent platform for debate of truth on the most concerning matters to mankind. When it comes to the paranormal, and I'd like to talk more politics, but I don't think it's possible. I know people get upset. I know it's a very controversial thing nowadays. I just don't understand why people get mad. Like, why do you have to get mad? Why do you have to start yelling? Can't you just talk? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. There's a video I may put up later tonight to show that point exactly. But last night, was it last night? When did Dave have 2 nights ago? Dave Scott had Luis Elizondo on Spaced Out Radio. Pretty freaking good show. Dave was over, like, I think he had 220 live or something. It was popping in the chat room. Super chats were flying. And pretty much people were okay in the chat room, except for a couple of people. Like this one guy named Irish something started calling me out. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Luis Elizondo's done more than you. What have you done? Show us pareidolia of Mars and the moon or something like that. And I'm like, what have you done? And then I said, I have a 2-hour show. That was like 15 minutes. So can you tell me something else? You know, and then he blocks me. But the thing that was concerning to me was when I was on Third Phase of Moon chat and Palm Mom. You all know Palm Mom, right? Started digging into me about Nick Pope. Like, oh, I need to get evidence on Nick Pope before I start calling him out. And I'm like, I wasn't calling Nick Pope out. How could I be calling Nick Pope out? She's not here right now. I just checked. But I don't understand it. I was reading about Nick Pope from another source. Like, I didn't say it. All I did was agree with what I was reading. Like, I knew it. I knew Nick Pope. I didn't know for a fact anything. I never claim I had facts. Yes, Rich, but when you talk about some of these people, you know, they're like superheroes to these people. You know what I mean? They can't do any wrong. Nick Pope, you know, Linda Moulton Howe and Greer and whoever else you want to choose, Luis Elizondo, they can't do any wrong. I told Palm Mom, I'm like, I had facts. I mean, it was from she says, adios, unsubbing. And I'm like, well, all right, you got to go. You got to go. I'm not going to hold you back. I just think, and then I said, how is it you get all of the things I've said in the last 6 months since I've met Palm Mom, maybe a little longer than that? this is the thing that's going to make you leave GoofOn? That's the thing that triggered you after all the love and the super chats and the emails, and it doesn't make sense to me. What did I do wrong? I really don't get it. It's just bizarre. And that goes to what I wanted to say. People don't like the truth in this field. And it's very concerning to me. You want to be entertained. That's one of the reasons why you come to GoofOn. I know that. But that's me being me. I'm not putting on an entertainment. I'm not doing a play. I'm not reading from a script. This is my thoughts. This is the way I am in my mind. I'm putting it out for you, which in a form of itself is entertainment. Yeah. Because I say goofy things, make, weird comments, but it's always based on truth. And the one thing I'll never do, and I'm trying not to, and I don't think it could happen because my belief system, my critical thinking is too strong. It won't let me waver too far over into the believable stuff, like Corey Good and David Wilcock type of stuff. You know what I mean? I won't dip into that because I don't believe in a lot of the stuff they say, but there is some truth in what they say about the secret space program. Look, they know people. They themselves didn't work there at these, but they did. Well, I think I need to take that back. I think they claim they worked there, but they eventually get information from whistleblowers and stuff like that. And talk of these incredible projects that are happening, these programs, these groups that are happening right under our feet. And we're working with aliens. We're working with reverse engineered technology. There is Stargate technology, wormhole. I mean, you really have to suspend disbelief, right? To really go that far. I can't. It's very hard for me. Which surprises me that Third Phase of Moon would even want me to be a part of their panel, because I noticed that I'm different. I know other people want to believe things, but there'll be some things that Dr. J believes in that I just can't. And there may be things that they don't believe in when I say I know I'm right, and they don't believe me. I get it. It works both ways. I know I'm not right 100% of the time, but what makes sense must be true. Because if it doesn't make sense, something is wrong with the story. That's all I'm doing in this field. That's all I'm saying to you. I am not being factual, saying that I'm not saying that I know for a fact. I never have. But there are some things that I could tell you are identical to things that I videotaped when we're talking about UFO sightings. I think I'm over 20,000 hours of sky watching, which is a ridiculous amount. Very few people have done that. There's hardly any pilots that even have that kind of shit, those hours looking at the sky. That's called, I was addicted. I did. I had to break away from being outside 14 hours a day. Do the math, 14 hours a day, about 360 days a year is what I did for the first 3 years on average. There were some days I'd stay out 24 hours. There was like 4 or 5 nights we'd done that. And some nights where I've only been out for 6, but never less than 6 hours. It was always 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours at night. It was like that religiously from year 5 on for a few years. So I put the time in. I know a lot. I made more mistakes than I have anybody else probably, but I just learned from it. Trial and error. So people don't realize that. They just think I'm some dude who thinks I don't know what I'm looking at when it comes to videos, but I actually know pretty much just about everything. Well, except these drones, these MFing drones, they're killing ufology, and it's very difficult. Luckily, I haven't had to run into any of those, but I'm not doing 3 hours of sky watching a day right now. It's just nothing's happening in Arizona. But you guys want entertainment. So anytime I say something that might not be in your little wheelhouse of belief, you get mad. Don't get mad. Why are you mad? I have no idea. Rich, that's just wrong. You're wrong. And I can just see you at the all caps chat. And I'm like, calm down. I didn't say it's for sure. I said possibly, because here's what it looks like. In my opinion, which could be a professional one at this point in the game, what I see on video or what I see this guy saying or what this woman claims has never been true, ever. And here's why. I'm trying to be fair. I understand. I want this to be real. I want to see more UFOs. I want to see aliens. I want to be abducted. Okay, I do. I really do. I want to be abducted and remember it. I want the story. I want to learn. Okay, and forgive me if this is my life and it just so happens that I am into it every day and have been for the last 17 years, just about. That's a lot of time looking at shit, reading stuff, talking to people, interacting, going on location, understanding your environment. There's so much that goes into this. In 3 years, I think, if you did it the way I did it, in 3 years, doing it full time, you're going to be pretty good at what you do. But it never ends. The learning never stops. That's why I'll never, ever I'll never say something's 100% anymore because I'm not there. But if I see what looks like a blimp, and it is a blimp, I'm going to say that's a freaking blimp, 100%. What? You said never 100% again, 99.999. All right, Rich. Because what if they're cloaking? So Dave had Luis Elizondo on. We think Lou has aliens, guys. Check this shit out. This is Lou Elizondo. It's just a minute or two. Thanks, Dave. Do you want the truth or do you want entertainment?
The astronauts on board the International Space Station, well, they're not living on Earth anymore. They are literally living in orbit, in outer space, low Earth orbit. Is that by definition now, quote unquote, alien life until they come back to Earth? I don't know, but these are some of the fundamental questions we have to ask ourselves. And this is why I've always said from the beginning, from an ATIP perspective, we looked at two things. What is it and how does it work? We weren't interested in origins and who's behind the wheel and intent, because from that perspective, I think that's a conversation that involves more people. We need to involve academics and scientists and philosophers and theologians and everybody out there. Everybody from my perspective has a vote, and I'm not sure we have an answer for that yet. I think maybe we need to realize that look, life is abundant. All you have to do is look around this planet. And life exists just about everywhere, all 7 continents, in the water, and to some.
Sorry, that's just Lou telling us stuff we already know. I know that's what he does best. It's coming up.
Degree, even in
I just thought I'd give you a preamble.
Atmosphere. So, is it possible that there's life off of this tiny little rock? Well, sure. I mean, look, life had to start here somewhere and somehow. Is it possible that it all the life in the universe didn't originate from this one little tiny planet called Earth? Well, I think statistically that's probably pretty likely. The question is in what shape and form, and is it life form that we would even recognize as being a life form? And if so, does it think like us? And is it motivated by us? Right? These are distinctly human questions we ask because we assume that whatever is out there, it may very well think like us, but I don't know if that's the case. And I think we need to be prepared not only to ask that question, but be prepared for the answer if it falls outside of our existing notion of what we think life should be, if that makes sense.
So has Lou Elizondo, the person, ever seen a gray being? Big black eyes, skin color, silverish tone, maybe brown at times, 4 feet tall to 5 feet tall, almond-shaped eyes, slit mouth, barely any nose, 3 fingers, ever seen one?
Lou Elizondo as a person has seen some pretty extraordinary things in his life. I don't want to prejudice the jury here. I've seen a lot of things that in my life have been very, very compelling.
That's not what he asked you. Have you seen aliens? No, I've seen, well, just, a lot of crazy stuff in my life, crazy, just nutty, bizarre stuff. Lou, have you seen an alien? Let me tell you something. When I was 3 years old in Saskatchewan, they were training me to be the best.
But in every one of those situations and in every case, I needed more data. And, again, you're asking a great question, and people are going to say I'm being evasive, and yeah, you're damn right I am. I am being evasive on purpose.
All right. Let me ask.
So, great interview, by the way, Dave. A+ on that show with the guy who doesn't answer a lot, but Dave did really good. Dave tried to ask him questions that other people just don't. So Lou did a lot of waffling. But what do that's Lou. Lou is still tied to the government. He still works. You know what I mean? He's not retired like we think he is. Lou is still out there. So when the government calls, Lou goes. And who knows? He has this I took an oath mentality. And I feel that if I say something that could jeopardize security or something else, I don't want that to come back on me, my family, my relatives. You know what I mean? I understand, Lou. I understand. But how, I guess he needs to be taken seriously too. Like if he just came out and said, yeah, I got aliens, what does that do for Lou's credibility? Sadly, in this field, a lot of people will frown on that stuff, and would Lou be able to get that mainstream media hookup if now Lou is an abductee or an experiencer? So Lou has to walk this line, which I've always understood. It's not that I didn't understand. I always understood. I don't like it. I don't like it that Lou came over to TTSA from ATIP, and then ATIP basically was giving TTSA all those files to do bullshit research on, which was poorly done. And that's pretty much, I think, what the... I'm not going to get into that, but it's true. It's true. Lou walks a fine line. But how would you look at Lou Elizondo then if he said, me and my wife, my whole family, as a matter of fact, went camping one night and we saw some lights. They woke us up. They were so bright. It was like the sun came up. And, I grabbed my revolver, which I had in my drawer, Lou says, and went to the window with my wife asking me, I couldn't believe I couldn't even speak. There were 4 gray beings. They looked gray. It could have been blue. It was hard to tell, but the light was so bright, but I saw them. How would you feel if Lou said, we wound up having 3 hours of missing time? That puts him at a whole other level. I tell you what it would do for me. If Lou said that, I wouldn't believe him. Although I'd have to hear the story, I'd have to see him tell the story. But if Lou was going to say something like that he's an experiencer, which I don't think he had that kind of experience because he said he needed more data. You know what I mean? He even takes himself out of his own experience by saying, I could tell you things, so you can't tell me anything. But you're trying to tell us that you've seen things that defy explanation, which we say here all the time. If we saw alien technology, we would think it was magic. But Lou apparently seen some stuff and is still in denial about it and says he needs more. No. Lou saw UFOs. I believe he's probably seen aliens. And is trying to make himself not say that he saw something he can explain. That's why he's trying to distance himself, saying, but I need more data. Anyway, it's a good interview. Good. But do you want Lou to say that? Would that make you feel better? Hey, Arno, what's up? Galaxy 3, cool name. Who else came here? Long Island Bigfoot. What do you say? How do you be? FAP. Why does Lou, what do you say? Why does Lou insist on keeping that landing strip on his grill? I know. Thomas Roberts is saying, why would you say that? Is this Goofon or Lou Elizondo show? 5 minutes. That's all I've been talking about it. And I turned the whole show into Lou Elizondo. John Vittor, hey. What's up, man? All right. Denbub, welcome. So, we're off it then. Lou Elizondo's done. We're done. Rican. So, countdown to disclosure, still at number 3. I did a refresh. Yes, check it out. Don't forget, Countdown to Disclosure, the secret technology behind the Space Force, is out on all streaming services, $4.99 to rent it in 4K quality, or only $9.99 to buy it. That's $5 to $10 cheaper, $15 on some, than any other documentary out here. So check it out. It's excellent. Manny did a review on it. Manny from Area 503 did an incredible review, and we appreciate that. And Third Phase, of course, I say we. Hey, I have a producer's credit on that movie. I seen things. All right. Uh-oh. I lied. I'm not going to read this. It's about Lou. Then I'm not going to read it if it's about Lou. We already said goodbye. No more Lou. Thanks, Dave Scott, Spaced Out Radio. So let's just... I forgot to play it yesterday because I talk too much and I forget. UFO Jesus is trying to make a little waves. He says, why I called, this is about the American Airlines flight 2292 or 320 or something like that. He says, Mick West, he's calling Mick West out for his tweet regarding the potential safety hazard of the incident where the cylindrical object that supposedly looked like a cruise missile went over the airplane. There was no radar hit on it. So it's definitely not an airplane, as Mick West tried saying, oh, it's probably an airplane flying over it. It would have a transponder. Anyway, let's see what UFO Jesus has to say. It's always entertaining. This is entertainment to me. I know you don't like him, but UFO Jesus says some... nothing. He's just part of the TTSA UFO dumb guns. He's trying. He's Ryan. Trying, Ryan.
I want to explain why I called Mick West out for his tweet. Here's the tweet I called him out for. When does a Learjet look like a cruise missile? When it's too far away to tell the difference. And I call Mick West out. I don't like this insinuation by Mick West. Why can't we just agree that what the pilot saw was an unknown instead of throwing darts at a board, at least until more info? Seems callous to the pilot and passengers that really may have been in danger from the unidentified object. This is Mick's response to my calling them out. It is unknown, but one can also agree a Learjet is possible for a cruise missile-like sighting if the distance is right. And then Michael Shermer quote tweets Mick West's tweet and says, keep in mind, Mick West, in post-disclosure, the skeptical principle. Before you say something is out of this world, first make sure that it's not in this world. Think of all possible terrestrial explanations, e.g. Learjets, before invoking extraterrestrial explanation.
That's coming from Michael Shermer. This is the guy. I always get Shermer mixed up with Seth Shostak. Michael Shermer's the one of them, possibly number one of the worst debunkers of UFOs, the paranormal I have ever seen, ever. It's almost as if the guy doesn't do any research at all. So when he was on Larry King one day, with Stanton Friedman and James Fox and somebody else claiming, I don't know if it was Rendlesham Forest. Yeah, it was the Rendlesham Forest incident. And it was Shermer. It was as if he just making shit up. I'm like, what are you talking about? And Stanton Friedman's like, you weren't there and you wouldn't know if that was, well, have you been there, Stanton? Well, yeah, I went out there and I saw the beacon, the lighthouse. And, oh, you actually went out to Rendlesham? Well, it's research. That's what research is.
Explanations such as aliens.
He's
Just
the
for the
worst.
sake of clarity, I have never, nor am I invoking that the pilot of that Airbus actually saw something of alien origin. But the reason Mick West's statement rubbed me the wrong way is because it insinuates that what the pilot saw was nothing more than a Learjet far away. In other words, it was not a hazard. If we give credence to this explanation, then the passengers and the pilot were never in danger. But we really have no idea whether that's true.
There's really no reason for him to get animated at all. You know what I mean? You don't have to create the excitement. The excitement's in the story.
True or not. So to insinuate that the pilot merely saw something very far away, and that's...
By the way, has anybody seen that debunk that he did, Mick West? Let me see if I can pull it up. Because Mick West is not being accurate on the way he explained it. This is the worst. These are the worst type of debunkers. There's nothing worse than a hoaxer except a debunker who hoaxes. And that's what Mick West did. And I said a Learjet would have a transponder on it. If you listen to the full recording, the pilot changes his tune, realizing he's on the publicly accessible channel, and changes cylindrical object to like a cruise missile, and then silence. They switch to a private channel. Nobody's mentioning that. Very bad research. By the way, Third Phase of Moon was the exclusive one that dropped the story, and nobody's given them credit for it. This just makes me mad. Where am I going, Mick West? You got to see this, because Mick West just showed an example of a Learjet and the Airbus and showed them getting smaller, as if the smaller they get, the harder they are to identify. But that's not what the pilot said. It said just flew over me. But how far was it away? We don't know. But I would assume if he's calling it a cylindrical object or something that looked like a cruise missile, it was close enough for him to identify it and got his attention. If it just flew by, he would have said it flew by me to my 3 o'clock position. He said it flew over us. All right, here's Mick West. Let's see. Latest. Mick's hearsay is already falling apart. That's interesting. Knowledge 888. Hey, welcome to the show with the $1.49 super sticker. What's the super sticker today? It is an ice cream cone. It's an ice cream cone. Pink. Interesting. I almost wore pink tonight. Thank you for the $1.49 super sticker. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. Lisa Marie says, it's ice cream 888. So where is this Mick West thing? Is this it? No. I got to go back. Oh my God, this guy tweets like every hour. Wow. There is so much bullcrap. Oh my God, Joe Merja, Red Rum, Red Rum Joe. Hey, Dave Scott, I just saw you. We already talked about you. You and Lou. You missed it. You and your beard, stroking your beard while you're on the show. Love it. Looks good. Joe Merja, Red Rum. We call him Red Rum here because his last name sounds like murder. So Red Rum Joe. The Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, air traffic controllers didn't see any object in the area on their radar scopes, according to a statement from the FAA spokesman Ian Greger. Nice. The FBA is aware of the reported incident. spokesperson. This is not what I want, man. Jesus, they put a tweet up every 15 minutes. This is crazy. This is for Dave Scott.
Ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
Yeah.
You're talking to.
All right, calm down. I love it. I think I found it, guys. Here we go. I think this is it. All right, that is all right. Here's where we got it right here. I think this is it. Hey, FAP with $1.49, $1.50. You beat out 888, $1.50 super chat. Thank you or just $1.50. Thank you very much for the support. Yeah, there's nothing there, so it's a thank you very much. Hey, by the way, everybody, mucho generoso. I almost forgot to say it. I did forget to say it. There you go. Eggish. All right, the closest they get is about 33,000 feet horizontal with 5,000 feet vertical difference. Closer than the Zion misidentification, 42,000 feet away, 15,000 feet vertical. I've been quite clear about where the Learjet was. It's pretty inarguable, as it's clearly defined by the ADS-B data from both planes. But no, this isn't how it was originally. That I don't know. I remember seeing what Mick West had. And the time it was called in was at 2:17 p.m. And this is at 1:10. He's wrong. See what I mean? The ham operator who intercepted the signal, it was 2:17. Not at 1:10, not at 2:10. It depends on the time zone. So this Learjet already passed by. You understand? Anyway. Forget it. Let's just move on. Nobody cares. He has a escaping the rabbit hole. How to debunk conspiracy theories using facts, logic, and respect. Did we get another one? We did. Galaxy 3 with a $1.99 super sticker. And that is behind the scenes, one of those things that they do for the movies. You see it. That's cool, man. It doesn't show up on my StreamYard screen, but that's awesome. Thank you for that. I like that one. Galaxy 3, $1.99 super sticker. All right. Look, this has nothing to do with what I said yesterday about Nick Popes. This is just about something he said. If this guy, if it's true what we heard about Nick Pope, what are we going to find out about everybody else? We just found out Greer, according to Tim McShillen, Tiny Tim McShillen, posting, doxing Greer. What a dick. Doxing Greer. Oh, look at me. I'm big, powerful lieutenant. See, it's the power trip with him, man. He's all about that power trip. Somebody said, hey, what do you think about Greer? And he never answered. Well, finally, I decided to answer it. Greer, what does this mean? Answers it with a question about Stephen Greer's taxes. What a dick. You don't dox somebody like that. You could have called Greer and found out yourself, you prick. Hey, a $2 super chat from FAP. Galaxy, step up your game. I saw that. Yep, $1.99. He was a penny short. Hey, maybe that's all he had. Thank you for that, FAP. Another super generoso, super chat. Here's what Nick Pope says about Stephen Greer of today. This is from, is it Hannibal? The Hannibal TV.
He likes to put out the information to the public that he allegedly speaks to extraterrestrials and they all come in peace and we shouldn't be worried about them. There's absolutely no threats. And basically, buy his movies, buy his books, buy his app. We can all just trust him.
Hey, nobody forces anybody to buy anything, Hannibal. Nobody's forcing you to buy Greer stuff. It's so weird. Isn't it? All right. Say what you want about Greer. You don't like his ego. You don't like the CE5. You don't believe in it. Whatever. Some people do. And I don't think, and I used to not think this way. I used to be just like you when it came to Greer. I'm like, all this guy cares about is putting a movie out every 2 years and trying to supplement his income. That's all this guy's doing. He knows it's bullshit. No, Greer really believes in it. You would have to believe in it to sell it the way he does. And as long as he's been doing it, his claims have never changed or wavered. He really believes he's making contact with aliens. And if he puts his head on his pillow every night when he goes to bed, and he's okay with that, and other people who buy Greer's DVD or rent it, whatever, or support him, it's the same thing for you coming here and supporting GoofOn. It's the same thing. We just have like minds. Greer's got people who are like-minded. Hannibal's got people who are like-minded. There's somebody for everybody in this field. And that's something that's never spoken about. It's like, why don't we just mind our own business, right? We could do this right. You could have all the entertainment you want on the planet, right? You want to treat this that way? You want entertainment? Find the entertainment value and enjoy. Who gives a shit whatever happens, what anybody says? Who cares? Who really cares? At this point in the game, nobody should care about what anybody else is saying unless they're claiming without any proof at all. That bothers me. At least Greer tried putting out some proof with videos to back it up. He's trying. But what do I care? I realized a few years ago, not just about 2 years ago, but it took me a minute to change after that, that there's no point in me yelling and screaming and getting mad at people. I'm still doing it because I want them to know that we're still watching. But I'm going to give you a fair shake. If you're trying your best and you believe in your abilities, and you're not trying to be a charlatan, and maybe you do capture EVPs, and maybe as a psychic, you would admit that you're not 100%, maybe you're 60%, which is pretty good for a psychic. Look, I don't want you hurting anybody. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, because when money's involved, there's a lot of gullible people out there that give it to the charlatans. But what do we care? Why do I care? Somebody told me that a while ago. I had him on the show. I can't remember his name. He's like, Rich, why do you care? I said, well, because it's bigger than me. Right. But you can't stop these people, can you? I can't stop them. No. So what do you care? Well, I can make people aware. Like the guy Bracho, right? Remember that guy? He just comes out and stares at everybody and gives them, feeling of hope. Remember, he goes up and steps up on the pedestal. He looks like a Nubian type of Jesus Christ, whatever. And he comes out there and he just stares. He's called, what do they call a gazer healer, healing gazer or something like that. Anyway, here's Nick Pope talking about Greer. I didn't listen to it. That's why we're hearing Hannibal blabber on.
And the military's trying to create a fake UFO invasion, false flag operation.
Well, I've met Stephen Gray several times, and he certainly has his ideas and theories about all this. His ideas and theories do not match my ideas and theories. I think it's safe.
This is freaking amazing. I swear to you, I didn't watch this. I just said the same thing. That is so weird. That's called being in the Matrix. That's a nice little, see, we're supposed to be here right now. Do you believe that shit?
Safe to say. I mean, my response to any of that would be, well, fine, but how do we know? I mean, and trying to boil it down even to a cliche for a moment, but let's supposing that's all genuine and an extraterrestrial said, we come in peace. Well, how can you possibly evaluate that statement?
Because Greer talks to them. Oh my God, doesn't he get it? He's talking to the aliens. Why do I laugh? Oh, Blue Chicken with the $2 super chat. Thumbs up if you're cool. Wait a second. Oh, I know. Okay. Thank you very much, man. That's pretty cool, Blue. Thank you for that support. $2 super chat. That's super generoso. But I hear what Den Bub is saying. I heard it, and I acknowledge you. I do, Den Bub. I do. I acknowledge you and everyone. It is that time. Can I get everybody to just chill out for a minute? Yeah! Come on, everybody! Crop Circle song, Greg Brown. What are they? What are they? Why are they? Why are they?
What do they mean? What are they?
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? Come on. What do they mean? What are they?
Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the
fields. Are they harbingers of world change?
Secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the fields.
Secrets in the field. All right, thank you. Hey, what's going on, FAP? Nobody go over $10 with a $2 one super chat. Yeah, you may not want to go over 10. He's not going to match it. Thank you very much again, Super Generoso, $2.01 super chat. What are they? What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? Are they harbingers of world change? So this is interesting. And I talked about third phase of moon. How Cricket Lulu. This is interesting. I talked to third phase of moon, cousins, brothers, Brett and Bright, last night. And we were talking about this. Was it you guys? Was it you? I don't know. Maybe it was Michael. I can't remember. How is this possible? This is from Robert Miles. Holy shnikey. Hey, Robert Miles got me in my first documentary, Fast Walkers. The one with my fat head. Anyway, the rovers that were designed to last 90 days because their solar panels would get embedded and covered with dust and dirt. Yeah, it was third phase. I remember now who I talked to. How did they go from this to this and get clean? And are 7 years. They're only supposed to last 3 months. It's now lasted, what is that, 84 months? 94? What's 7 times 12? 7 times 2 is 14. 7, add the 2. 94 months. 3, 94. I mean, this is amazing. So, I'm not going to do this experiment that we talked about doing, and I'll tell you why. There's a car that's in front of my house, and it's been there 2 months. It hasn't moved. It doesn't work. It is full of dust. There was a post on Facebook. I don't remember where it was, but the guy showed a car in front of his place that he said, this is 2 months without moving the car on Earth. Imagine how dusty the rovers should be by now after 7 years. How are they getting clean? Third phase of moon says, well, very powerful winds. And I said, no, 100% no. Yes. And I said, no. And they said, yes. And I said, absolutely wrong. I will wash my car in Arizona. When I used to have a black car, I always bought black, obviously. And as soon as you're done washing the car and you drive home from wherever you wash it, sometimes I wash it at home. But after 10 minutes, the windshield in the car had a thing of dust on it already. And I'm in Arizona. I'm in the desert. I'm not on Mars. But if my car and other cars, this car I see outside, sits out here for 2 months, you can barely see through the window. And when it gets windy, it doesn't blow the dust off. It puts more dust on the car. Yes, it doesn't blow it off and make it clean. It just doesn't happen. How the hell are these things staying clean? How? How? Lisa, you know I'm right. You're in Arizona. You think third phase of moon is right about this? Dude, Zach, I live in Arizona, a desert. We get dust storms in the summer. They don't make the cars cleaner. They make them dirtier. And that's only 60-mile-an-hour winds. Those dust devils on Mars aren't as that much more. And they don't carry that much more of a punch. And to get hit with the dust devil is very rare. Especially if it's on Mars. Yeah, I definitely disagree with you, Zach Diecast Muntz, 100%. Mars Car Wash, Cricket Lulu. I am right. Of course, this one I am 100% right. But I like the way you think. What did I just see, Thomas Roberts? Ever think yes. Yes. I like your thinking. God, I don't know, though. Alien Merry Maids. That could be. That backpack pic, yeah. Remember when the rover was clean? And then I don't know how far it was in between before or after. There was a picture of what looked like an astronaut with the backpack and the helmet leaning over, like working on the rover. So let me ask you this then. Because what makes sense? How do they stay clean? I am going to say no effing way those rovers are getting cleaned off to look like this and work properly. Absolutely not. Eventually, over time, without rain, that dust will stick to this and get like a cake. It'll be hard. Yes, that was already happening here. So are you telling me that this rover is getting hit every so often with the dust devil that the wind is clean? No, freaking no way. No freaking way, man. Do you know how hard that would be to? No way. It's just not possible. And those dust devils aren't that powerful on Mars. They're bringing more dust and dirt. And what do you think? When the dust devil moves by, It would have to be a direct hit if it was going to clean it. But when that dust devil moves by, what do you think happens? The outcropping from the wind throws it back onto the rover because it's going like this and it's creating dust. And when it passes by, yeah, it blows it off. But as it leaves, that remaining dust. Come on, man. Come on. I like your guys' style tonight, though. I appreciate that, though. I appreciate your thinking. That's good. Stick up for what you believe in. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just thinking what makes sense, because that does not make sense to me, especially living in Arizona, where if a car is dusty and a dust storm or dust devil comes by, that car is not clean. It's worse. So here's the thought on that. I didn't think we were going to talk about this, but I'm glad we are. Just after the top of the second hour, thank you everybody for hanging out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate the information, the entertainment value, whatever it is. GoofOn's proud to be here and happy to talk to you about anything you want. This is not really, just whatever we're talking about. If there's humans already there, why send a Perseverance down there? Why? If the humans are already living on Mars, because that would be the only other alternate, right? Alternative? That's the only other thing, that we're already living there. They know where to point the cameras to hide all that stuff. So let's say there's humans already living up there from the 70s. Maybe it's the Russians. But we're not seeing footprints. We're not seeing COVID. We're not seeing much of anyway of tracks of another vehicle, because they probably have hovercrafts. But NASA wouldn't show us that evidence. But then you've got the satellite that goes around Mars constantly taking photos. I don't know. What is Harley saying that's right? I like when people are right. Harley, where are you? Where's Harley? I saw somebody say, Harley, you're right, and I want to know what he's right about. Jesus, I don't see it. Who's here? I don't see a Harley anywhere. Disciple Will. Well, I haven't seen you in a long time, man. Good to see you. What am I wrong about? NASA's hiding. Starbucks is overrated. Thank God. Arno, you and I should hang out, man. I hate Starbucks. Hate it. Hate it. They pour way too much milk. They don't ever give you enough caramel. God forbid you ask for a little extra caramel, and they look at you like, how dare you? I'm like, don't worry, I'll pay the extra $3 for a squirt of sugar. So why would we send the Perseverance there if there's already humans up there? Well, maybe we don't know there's humans up there. Well, I think we do know that humans would be up there. And it doesn't make sense. I have no explanation, guys. The only thing that makes sense is they've got aliens on Mars, okay? I got another... last night I posted a video on Third Phase UFO Report. Holy shit. Is this real? Did I do this? Hold on. I got another report coming out tonight, about an hour or two after 2 hours after the show tonight. I've already got almost everything done, but I'm adding something to it. It's going to be a 20-minute episode, probably 23 minutes, 22. Hold on. I want to see. I don't want to play something by accident right now. I can't play that now because it's in the... shoot. There's, I don't know. I was going to play. Oh, I can't play that one either. I have a third phase video here I wanted to play for you. But I can't because I'm doing it tonight. I can show you this. I'm not going to show you this. I got another video up here. Let's talk about this here for a second. I'm not a big fan of this one. I don't know what that is. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it up to you. This one to me seems a little, how should I say? I'm not going to say it. Tonight, I'm just going to leave it up to you. You guys decide. I'm not going to say anything about anything. I'm just going to play the video. Valerian the Mac the Third, Misty, and Missy. How you guys doing? Grandmaster UV, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Thomas Roberts, Grandmaster. Who else did I miss tonight? A lot of people. King Zipa, have you seen any of the Mars pics of ancient artifacts and stuff Richard Hoagland showed? Had those been debunked? Well, we do talk about that here, King Zeppa. I hope I'm saying that right. Zipa? Spell it out phonetically for me. I want to see how you say that. Is it Zipa? Richard Hoagland always had great stuff. No, not everything has been debunked because you can't. Because some of those, I think, are legitimate structures. Why else do they have somebody blurring out the images? There's no reason. If they're just rocks that happen to look like a pyramid or a building, we'll just leave it in there. We'll let the public know. But when they actually blur it out, you're seeing pipes, you're seeing smoke, you're seeing movement probably. Forget it. No way. They can't debunk all this. And maybe we'll look at a couple of Jean Wards tonight. We'll take a look before we get out of here. Maybe the last 30 minutes, in about 20 minutes. Good question. All right, welcome to the show. All right, here's the video that I'm going to play from Third Phase of Moon. This is an oldie but a goodie. You guys decide.
LAPD and strange anomalies that surround them.
Ballroom.
What's going on with these helicopters and LAPD? Brent, what's your thoughts here? It happened very quickly in the video, but we did get this video submitted via our Facebook from a fan who says he watches all our stuff and he wanted to participate. His name is L. Brody. Brent, what do you think L. Brody captured here?
I like a lot of things about this video. You notice that funnel cloud kind of in the middle center of the screen and the LAPD helicopter on the top of it. And then at the bottom, something.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. We're trying to get a close look at it. And some people might say this is another LAPD helicopter off in the distance, but it doesn't look like that. We're not seeing any kind of evidence that this is, in fact, LAPD or any kind of other helicopter. It seems metallic. It seems very stationary. L. Brody says that he captures these things over Los Angeles quite a bit. So the mystery continues. What's going on with LAPD and the interaction with these unknown drone-like craft that are in close proximity to the LAPD? What's going on with LAPD and the interaction with these unknown drone-like craft that are in close proximity to the LAPD?
We'll go on to the next one. By the way, best dog on the internet right here. If that's not the cutest dog, that's breakfast.
Kind of odd.
I love this dog so much. I never met him, but he reminds me of my Angus. Lee Bodge has the cutest dogs too I've ever seen. Lee's a good dad. This is, well, Blake and Brent. I mean, they're so good to this dog. He's like a king. They just found him one night. He walked right up to their porch during a thunderstorm, I think. It was starting to rain or something. Dog doesn't like thunder and lightning. And, they brought him down to the pound. Nobody claimed him. He had a chip. They asked the owner if they wanted the dog back, and they said, we've already mourned him. I guess he was gone a couple of months already. So they kept him. Pretty good story.
Narrowly
Oh, this next sighting, I think I know what it is, but I want to see if you can figure it out.
hits the Elon Musk space
Yes.
rocket in space. Take a look at this. Despite the incredible times that we're living in right now, we're going to be on top of it. And in regards to the UFO subject matter, sit back, everybody. Enjoy this episode as we go over the most recent events on the top UFO channel around the world, Third Phase of the Moon. We're going to broadcast it right now. And incredible, stunning imagery is coming in from SpaceX. Did you see it? Well, we're going to be playing the video and going on the history of what is going on behind the SpaceX and what's going on with these incredible UFO encounters. We're going to get a close-up look of today's event that just happened within the past 24 hours. We're going to slow it down. You're looking at it.
Wow.
What are we looking at?
I know what it is.
Man, Blake, that's too close. Whatever's coming down, what's ever approaching these SpaceX rockets that are coming back down to Earth is too close for comfort. What if that just nailed that rocket? What would have happened in space, especially?
It's incredible. It's not the only time it's happened. As we're looking at this video from 2018 of the exact same anomaly and a close encounter that could actually damage the rocket as it returns to Earth to land on some kind of platform as it does on the ocean. But again, these close calls are being captured on camera from basically the same angle. This is from 2018. And then the video that just happened within the past 24 hours right here from today's launch, it resembles astonishingly the exact same thing. This isn't some kind of coincidence, Brent. What's your thoughts here?
Everything I'm seeing about this represents something metallic. It's a UFO as far as I'm concerned. And what if this thing did hit this rocket? It would shatter into millions of pieces and destroy kind of our whole space system in itself. This is a danger unless this is a UFO approaching it, taking a close look.
Oh my God, I stopped it right there. It looks like a heart. Check it out. That's crazy. It's a heart balloon in space. I think it's space debris. This is the danger that we are now facing when we go into space, into orbit, even to the moon or Mars. There's so much space junk up there. I think there's over 100,000 objects in orbit. If it's a little screw from a shuttle mission, that's a satellite. Anything that orbits the Earth is a satellite, not a satellite, that no, it's anything. There's hammers, blankets, water bottles. I mean, there's water bottles. There's all sorts of stuff up there in orbit. That to me could be a UFO, and it is. But it seems to be space debris. But why would it be tumbling? I mean, would it tumble like this forever? It's really weird.
And it knows exactly what it's doing.
Yeah, from the 2018 to today's launch, we're going to slow it down. We're going to get a good look at it. And it almost has...
Is it tumbling?
It morphs
it's
into
turning.
a saucer-shaped craft. It's incredible footage.
I don't know if it morphs. I think it's just coming into view. So the view of it looks like it's morphing into its true shape.
We're looking at it again.
That's fast.
Put the footage from 2018 as a comparison, and I want to get your thoughts. What is going on? Is this the same object from 2018 as that is witnessed on?
I don't know. It could be a shoe. It could be a lot of things. It could be space rock. It's pretty wild stuff. It will tumble forever, right, DJ? DJ? Could be. It's pretty cool. Seems like you guys are really far behind me. Like usually there's only a 5-second delay. It seems like a lot more than that. Some of you are talking about something like a minute later, and I'm like, what are they talking about a heart-shaped balloon for? We already passed the balloons. Make sure you're live. If you hit the, I think on YouTube, you will see the live button. If you click on that to the left, it'll bring you live. If you hit the, if it turns red, the dot next to it. Yeah, it's only 5-second delay. I just checked it. So make sure that's live. Make sure you're caught up to the show. Capiche? Hey, it's a one capiche show. Finally. We've been missing out on the capiches. Copernicus. Yeah, breakfast I think is around 6.5, 7. I'm going to say breakfast is 7. Breakfast looks like he is getting a little bit up there. I don't know when that photo, I think that was a couple of years ago. Have you guys ever heard of the SOS sign incident? Sometimes we talk about missing people. This is a really good, interesting story that comes from Barely Sociable channel, 677,000 subs. But I'm just going to play about a minute and a half just to get your palate wet. It's pretty interesting. So let me bring it up. I keep thinking I'm on OBS all night long, but I've been faking it pretty well. Yep, I turned it out. There, let's get that here. Share it. And let's make this bigger. Eggush.
Footage already, there was an SOS signal that was visible from the sky.
Doesn't that sound like Tyler? It's visible from the sky. Sounds like it, right? Like he changed his voice, modulated it. Listen.
Measuring in at 18 meters in length and 5 meters tall, made out of various precisely cut birch trees.
Wow, that sounds like Tyler. Just a little deeper voice. That's right, Rick. You know who it probably is?
Sign was found about 4 kilometers south of the summit of Mount Saidaki, where there was no trail and people rarely ever veered towards that location. Seeing this as a clear call for help, the local police landed and patrolled the area in order to investigate, and as it would turn out, just a kilometer or so north, the hikers ended up walking out of the woods and were rescued. Shortly after, almost everything was back to normal, and when the hikers were debriefed on the situation, they had been told, had it not been for that SOS sign, rescuing them would have been a hell of a lot more difficult. When the hikers were told this, they were puzzled because they had never created any SOS sign.
All right. I actually started it at the wrong part. Damn it. I didn't use my allotment yet. Let me see. I can go a little further.
In fact, they had no idea what the police were even talking about, making their initial rescue an insane coincidence that would lead investigators down an entirely separate mystery. Because if they never made that sign, who did?
Who did? Hey guys, he's Tyler. Pretty wild stuff. Let's change the background. I don't like it. What are we doing? What are we going to change it to? Stars? Let's go into the galaxy. Let's just do this. That looks good. That looks good. That'll take us out. Boy, I look tired. I'm not. I feel good. My allergies were killing me all day, though. Let's do this. Yeah. 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 All right. There we go. Nope. See this side. Something's wrong with my head. I think my head is crooked. I think this side of my head's a little taller than the other side. I think that's what it is. Oh, not centered either. Ow! Damn it, that hurt. It didn't hurt. I told you this guy's nothing. All he does is adjusts his hats in his head. Want to do a little body language on Bob Lazar? We'll continue where we were the other night.
He's apparently very comfortable in front of the camera. It's quite odd. And again, I chalk that up to being naive. He's extremely naive on how he is perceived, on the dangers that he's in. And so you get the pure thought process that he has and what he has seen. And his body sings with him. He's very relaxed in it. He saw that stuff. His shoulders are going up and down because he doesn't understand why you are even asking him these questions in a way that says, I don't believe you or prove it. It's like I saw it. I'm a truth-telling guy. I don't.
She believes Bob Lazar. The body language ghost. Bombard body language. Body language ghost. That's who this is from on YouTube's. Yeah, she believes that Bob Lazar is telling the truth because he's so relaxed and confident. This is the last time we saw Bob Lazar smile. You can actually see teeth. You don't see teeth anymore with Lazar. Look at him. Look how happy he is. That's true, Richard. I just decided I would be extremely happy to put my life on the line for you. That's all. I can't do Bob's voice anymore. What happened?
Of his superior at Groom Lake. It wasn't a joke to Dennis.
He called right after and he said, do you have any idea what we're going to do?
Look at Bob. Boy, got the left eyebrow going up, meaning he's really telling it. Bob. Are we done with Bob Lazar? Are we done with Bob Lazar? I ask you.
Why are they? Do they mean?
What do they mean?
What are they?
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? One more time. What do they mean? What do they mean? What are they, everybody?
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields,
secrets in the field,
are they harbingers of world
change?
Secrets in the field,
secrets in the field,
secrets in the field.
Oh, Solo. Yeah. Come on, Greg Brown. Hit that thing. String that thing. Holy shit, is that Gallagher? Yeah, come on, everybody. Greg Brown. Woo! Why does that make me laugh? To this day, I'm still happy when I listen to that song. All right, what do we got? All right, let's get to work. We got a lot more to go over. Okay, this should be good. Now, what's that? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, this is good. I'm glad I remembered. Why do physicists say a multiverse has to exist? When we look out at the universe today, it simultaneously tells us two stories about itself. One of those stories is written on the face of what the universe looked like today and includes the stars and galaxies we have, how they're clustered and how they move, and what ingredients they're made of. This is a relatively straightforward story and one that we've learned simply by observing the universe we know. You understand? But the other story is how the universe came to be the way it is today, and that's a story that requires a little more work to uncover. Sure, we can look at objects at great distances, and that tells us what the universe was like in the distant past, when the light that's arriving today was first emitted. But we need to combine that with our theories of the universe, the laws of physics within the framework of the Big Bang, to interpret what occurred in the past. When we do that, we see extraordinary evidence that our hot Big Bang was preceded and set up by a prior phase, cosmic inflation. But in order for inflation to give us a universe consistent with what we observe, there's an unsettling appendage that comes along for the ride, a multiverse. Here's why physicists overwhelmingly claim that a multiverse must exist. Are you kidding me? Back in the 20s, the evidence became overwhelming that not only were the copious spirals and ellipticals in the sky actually entire galaxies unto themselves, but that the farther away such a galaxy was determined to be, the greater amount its light was shifted to systematically longer wavelengths. While a variety of interpretations were initially suggested, they all fell away with more abundant evidence. Only one remained. The universe itself was undergoing cosmological expansion. Say that 3 times fast. Like a loaf of leavening raisin bread. Oh, I can't talk now. Now that I'm off, it's over. Where bound objects like galaxies, raisins, were embedded in an expanding universe, the dough. If the universe was expanding today and the radiation within it was being shifted towards longer wavelengths and lower energies than in the past, the universe must have been smaller, denser, more uniform, and hotter. As long as any amount of matter and radiation are a part of this expanding universe, the idea of the Big Bang yields 3 explicit and generic predictions. 1. A large-scale cosmic web whose galaxies grow, evolve, and cluster more richly over time. 2. A low-energy background of black-body radiation left over from when neutral atoms first formed in the hot early universe. And 3. And the specific ratios of the lightest elements, hydrogen, helium, lithium, and their various isotopes that exist even in regions that have never formed stars. All 3 of these predictions have been observationally borne out, and that's why the Big Bang reigns supreme as our leading theory of the origin of the universe, as well as why all its other competitors have fallen away. However, the Big Bang only describes what our universe was like in its very early stages. It doesn't explain why it had those properties. In physics, if you know the initial conditions of your system and what the rules that it obeys are, you can predict extremely accurately, to the limits of your computational power and the uncertainty inherent in your system, how it would evolve arbitrarily far in the future. But what if initial conditions, what were the initial conditions the Big Bang need to have at its beginning to give us the universe we have now? It's a bit of a surprise, but what we find is that there had to be a maximum temperature that's significantly lower than the Planck scale, which is where the laws of physics break down. The universe had to have been born with density fluctuations of a proximity and the same magnitude of all scales. The expansion rate and the total matter and energy density must have balanced almost perfectly to at least 30 significant digits. It must have been born with the same initial conditions, same temperature, density, and spectrum of fluctuations at all locations, even casually disconnected ones. What they're saying is, at the Big Bang, no matter where you point in the universe as the Big Bang is expanding, everything is expanding equally at the same time, which doesn't seem normal. That's almost like an impossibility. So they're saying that's not what's happening. And then it says, and its entropy must have been much, much lower than it is today by a factor of trillions upon trillions. Yes, because everything's cooled. Oh my God, there's so much more to read. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. This is crazy. I thought it was over. I thought we were done. But what they're saying is that, oh, this is crazy. That's not really multiple universes, though, just because we can see in the past. Because the light we see now, see, if we see light, that's how we know how old the universe is. We're seeing light from 14 billion years ago hitting us now with the telescopes we have. So they think that it's 14 billion years old. Well, I got a little nugget for you. When the James Webb Telescope goes up in April, supposedly this year, it is going to let us see 50% further than Hubble. That means the universe would be 21, 22 billion years old at this point. So we cannot see past, with the spectrums that our telescopes can use, we can't see past 14 billion years. Maybe that is when the beginning of the, but they said, people think, scientists think that the universe goes on forever, and we just can't see that far yet. The light hasn't reached Earth. That's crazy shit. So let's say the Big Bang happened at not 14 billion years ago, 1 trillion years. What's going to happen when we have telescopes that can see that far? It is so ridiculous. I believe, I am freezing. I had the fan on me. I believe that we're going to learn a lot more than we've ever known. And James Webb is going to show us so much more. I can't wait. That's disgusting to me, that we're going to be able to see that much further. That means we don't know shit. Anyway, I got some cool pictures here sent from Stephen Tuminelli in the chat room. Thank you very much for these. These are Antarctica finds. And I also have the Google Earth coordinates. I guess I could type them in. Let me see if I should. Let me pull it up for you. Hold on, I accidentally hit the wrong thing. Here we go. So, I don't know. It's a cave. Let me I'm going to open up Google. I already have it open. So let me get that here. You can't see it yet. Oh, yours is different than mine. I don't know if I have that kind of capability. That's weird. Menu. Huh. I don't have the same. I don't understand where I can put. Is this it? Oh, let me pull it up. Let me show you the picture first. This is a supposed cave. Look at this. Is this it? It's pretty crazy. That's a cave, I think. That's wild. But I want to open it up, and I let me bring over my Google Earth. See, this is it, and I don't know where I can put the search. Oh, right here. Dirt. See, yours is different than mine. Yours is different. I don't know why. Hold on. Okay, let me put this in. 76 3.0. I know, I'm just saying point, but it's not. Dot. Hold on. 01 S. See, I don't have latitude. I guess you just put it here. 136 space 0 Zimbabwe 23.71 West. Here we go. It's working. Can you see it? Yeah. Nice. I think we're there. Let's do an aerial. Is that it? Over here? Oh, no. I want to go back. No. No! I'm not good at turning this stuff around. How do you turn it? I want to turn it. Oh, there we go. I don't know, man. Is this it? I don't know. Steven, probably just a bunch of rocks, though. Yeah, we're not sure. That's why we're looking. Is this it? I think this is it. I'm in the area, right? Yeah, that's it. Oh, here maybe, huh? Maybe it's just shadows. Over here, over here. It looks like it might have been just shadows. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing any justice, though. Get to ground level. No street view data. Is it over here? Whoa. Oh, I see. There we go. Is this it? Kind of cool, though, right? We're getting some good... I can't go any further. Wow, that's weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, my God. Does anybody want to beat the hell out of me right now? Yeah, this is just shadows over here. I don't know if I'm in the right place. I'm not in the right place. Well, let's take a look at yours again. Here's yours. Let me look at your other pictures while we're here. Pull up another one. Oh, this is interesting. All right, we're going to go to a different place. I can't find this right now. Let's go to a different place. This one's really cool. Look at me. I'm going to your thing. All right. Where is it? You son of a beesh. I can't find my Google. Here we go. All right, this next one will be good. Ready? 69. Yeah. 29. Deep. 39.01. With the Zimbabwe and S. And we'll go another line. 57. 21 with a little beep beep. And a 27.22 with the little Zimbabwe. W. Enter. Here we go, kids. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you can't see it? I suck. There we are. This can't be right. Whoa. Wow, I'm way off, Steven. What did I do? That's the right place. 69 degrees. Oh, this part right here I messed up. No, 69, 29.39. That all looks right. That all looks right to me. That's not the one I want. I've got 69, 29, 39.01S. 69, 20. Oh, it is wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Calm down. Calm down, Rich. 64, 29, 39.01 Zimbabwe S. Yes, I got that. It doesn't show it right over here, though. 57, 21, 27.22. I have that. That's weird. It's not showing it right. Maybe I got to do this. Same thing, no matter where I go. I don't get it. I'm doing it wrong somehow. It is Antarctica, though. It is it. Hello. Sorry, Stephen. I don't see you. Yeah, I'm too busy here. Hold on. Maybe you can help me. No, I don't know where I'm going. Rich, the app is so much. This is the app. I'm using the app. But that's the only way I can put the numbers in. You're telling me use something else? All right. I know what I could do. Oh, we'll try it. Ah, dang it. I really want to see this one. I'll just show everybody because you got a really good picture of it. So let's just do that. Here it is. It looks like a bunker. It's pretty wild stuff, actually. That looks like, can you make sure I got you guys on there? It looks pretty good. I don't know. It's wild. So you're saying, let me close this. Where is it? Let me open it up. We got a few minutes here. Get off. All right, I'm going to hurt myself. This is it. We'll do it this way. This is all I have. So where are we going now? We're going to go look at your bunker at 69. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I got it. I know what I did wrong. Yep, I messed up. Definitely. Here we go. 57, Zimbabwe. 21 with the scoop-de-doo. 27.22 Zimbabwe. Here we go. Watch this. We couldn't understand this location, you son of a bitch. Maybe it's this. Oh, it is this. You son of a bitch. I'm about to hurt myself. You. All right, I give up. It worked before. All right, I give up. That's it. That's enough. You've got the picture. You showed us. I appreciate it. I'm screwing it up. So I thought I had it open. I took it down. No, here it is. That's it. It's a bunker of some sort. I wish I could figure it out. Just can't. All right. I can't. Loser. Lou who? Who's her? That's me. I did it wrong. I'm sorry, guys. All right. And we've got some more stuff here. Where is it? Here we go. No, we're going to get rid of that. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this for sure. I don't know what that's here for. There's something. Oh my God, you're kidding. The video's taken down. I was going to play for you. Damn it. This is crazy what Facebook is totally doing. If anyone has stopped to consider that Mars is actually a planet inhabited solely by robots with artificial intelligence, yeah, we talked about that. Somebody said, oh, Brandon Fugel says, oh no, wow, what a horrible name. I don't even want to say it. Cuntney, Cuntney. Did Bob Bigelow talk to you, Brandon Fugel, about anything that went on during the 20 years he owned Skinwalker Ranch? Oh, Skinwalker Ranch. First of all, Bigelow did not own Skinwalker for 20 years. He owned it for 7, right? Somebody sent me a sighting that I should look at. All right, let's check it out. Oh, this is from Only Real UFOs. All right, let's take a look at this sighting just sent to me from Twitter, from the Twitter crew that's checking in. This comes from Dexter. Yeah, we go here every now and then. Let me pull it up. And then I want to take a look at John Ward if we have time. Only Real UFOs. Thank you. This thing? Oh, wow. Hey, that's not bad. For if that's a balloon, that's a really cool looking balloon if it is, you know? Let's go slow. This isn't that bad. I mean, if this is a balloon, it's in the middle of the street, which is weird. You don't really see balloons in traffic because there's so much wind, but it could have just fallen out of the sky and got stuck. Anything could happen, but slow motion. As what I first do is I always look underneath this thing, and it looks like it's twisting, twirling. I don't see anything underneath it that's balloony. Of course, I would stop it right there. Dude, that's really weird for a balloon. That is really weird looking for a balloon. It could be, but you could almost see that there's a quality around it. Hold on, let's do this. Whoa, shit. let's do something. Let's take a closer look. Okay. Whoops, sorry. It's a balloon, right? Balloon, would you agree? Yeah, it's a balloon. I don't know, though. I don't know. It looks like a balloon, but this also looks like UFOs. See, this is what's intriguing. I don't know. What is this? This goes around the whole center of it. I know they make balloon. It looks like a balloon. I'm saying it. But it almost watch in the video, it doesn't leave this position. See what I mean? All right, let's get a screenshot of this one. This looks like we can get some good information off of it. You know? Come on. They give you a little room of error. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know. Now it looks worse. Now, don't think for a second it's morphing. The reason you're seeing these things, because believe it or not, the sun is reflecting off of this portion of the balloon, I believe. And you see these black dots because it's trying to overcompensate for the bright sunlight. And you do get black like this. It's kind of interesting, though. That's it. Good stuff. Yeah, I appreciate that. That was a good look. Good time. Are we here? There we are. What are they? What are they? So in about 2 hours, I am going to have a video up on Third Phase UFO Report. I just want to add something to it. And and I'm going to go out with this one tonight. Something a little different. And we are leaving. We're getting in the spaceship. You can hear it.
Vinny?
Are you there?
Oh, I forgot that was on here. All right, let's get that out of there. We won't do that one. Damn it. All right, everybody. That's it for tonight. We had fun. I had a good time. Thank you for hanging out with Goof On. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. I want to thank the super chatters and moderators. Thank you for your generosity and your support. Goes without saying, you are the best, as are the newcomers and the veterans alike. Even if you just spend 1 minute here, that's all I ask is for a chance. And thank you for giving me that much. I appreciate it. You can like and subscribe and share if you did like and enjoy the show tonight. Please don't forget, we need to get to 150 likes every show. Hey, don't forget, Third Phase UFO Report, couple of hours. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. Good night, everybody. That was a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. We're done? We're done. So why is this here? They don't listen.